guys, it's Quana back again with another review, and this time we are going to be talking about Deadpool and Wolverine without spoilers. So I'm going to give you guys my thoughts around the movie without giving any spoilers because I managed to stay away from most of the spoilers because I only watched one of the trailers and I do not want to spoil this movie for you. So I'm going to tell you who should see this movie, why you would enjoy this movie, and what my thoughts were about this movie. And if you like this video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button for more reviews. But let's talk Deadpool and Wolverine. So of course you are probably familiar with Deadpool because it is a Marvel franchise, but it was originally Fox, and then of course Disney purchased Fox, and so now it's a part of the MCU, and this movie is the official entry into the MCU. We're going to talk about that. It stars Ryan Reynolds, who advocated for this movie and wanted to play this part for a very long time, and then was casted as Deadpool in X-Men Origins, and that movie was horribly written and that character of Deadpool was horribly done, and so he advocated and fought tooth and nail to craft this character for the screen, and he has done a phenomenal job of it. I must say, he is the embodiment. If he doesn't do anything well, this will be his magnum opus, will be Deadpool. I am not as big of a Deadpool lover from the comics. I've never really liked Deadpool. The humor of Deadpool and even Ryan Reynolds' style of humor, like when he was doing National Lampoon stuff, it always made me very much like cringe and uncomfortable. That said, I saw the very first Deadpool and I could appreciate the artistry of it, and I did find it humorous. I saw the second one. I didn't enjoy that one as much. And then we get to this one and we get to reunite Deadpool, Wolverine, Hugh Jackman back on screen as Wolverine, as Logan. I love Hugh Jackman. I love Hugh Jackman as Wolverine. Wolverine is one of my top 4 comic book characters, and probably is like 1 or 2 for me, just the character that I grew up loving as a kid. And so I was so happy to find out that he was going to be back on screen, because I thought that he, despite not being comic book accurate to the dimensions of Wolverine, gives a phenomenal performance each and every time that he is on screen as Wolverine. Seeing them back together again felt like going home. And this movie is going to be a nostalgia fest for anyone who was alive and has loved Marvel movies since the days of Fox. You are going to get your fill and your love and your appreciation from the very beginnings of the Fox live action up until this point. So that is one reason to love this movie. The sequences in this movie, the intro, one of the best movie intros, one of the most memorable movie intros, I think, that of all time. I dare say that certainly in regards to comic book films and MCU films, it will probably land on most people's top 5 or top 10 list of intro sequences, hands down. There are a lot of characters that we get reunited with in this movie that will make you holler and scream. And I screamed out loud for one of them in the theater. Once you've seen the movie, hit me with some emojis that will let me know you know exactly which character I'm talking about. I don't want to give anything away right now, but we'll see. We'll see. You can guess down in the comments once you've seen the movie of which character do you think popped up on screen and I screamed audibly out loud. And then of course I have actually a new favorite character that's in this movie as well, that I remember this character being fan casted and teased back in my Tumblr days, and it was a pleasant surprise, and I loved this character, and I am hoping that we get to see this actor and character on screen again because it was so good. Again, because I'm someone who doesn't like what I like to coin what I call wet humor, there is a lot of wet humor, and it is rated R. I don't know if people don't look at movie ratings, like the MPAA rating for ages. in movies anymore, but it's rated R. It is a hard R, guys. Do not go to the movies with your 5-year-olds and watch this movie and be scandalized. It's not meant for them. And in fact, even in that case where they say parent guidance under this age, like parent guidance under the age of 17, meaning if you don't already let your 16, 17-year-olds watch rated R, this might not be the movie for them to go see. But if you are comfortable with your 12-year-old, your 13-year-old seeing rated R, go. You got to go with them. They can't get in by themselves. I do not let my kids barely watch PG-13, barely. So do with that what you will. Know that that's what you're going into getting. Know that if you've never seen a Deadpool before, hard R, okay? Just know that. How do I explain Deadpool and Wolverine? The premise is that Deadpool has to save his universe, and so he goes looking for a man, a mutant, if you will, who can help him save the day, and finds himself soon ensconced in the world of the MCU. That is how I would describe Deadpool and Wolverine. The plot, I thought the plot was solid enough. Some people did not like the storyline. I will say you abandon a lot of the Deadpool 1 and 2 characters in this movie. And for that, I can understand, especially if you are endeared to them, then you were going to miss that. I did not rewatch either movie before seeing this, and so I didn't feel that as much. But if this is your favorite franchise and you've seen those two movies again and again, you might feel that. So just go in knowing that you're not going to see those characters as much, because we're playing much more into the realm of the MCU. And you don't need to be super familiar with the MCU, but it does help. I feel like they do a good job explaining what things are and who people are, but it does help to be somewhat familiar with the Fox movies and to be familiar with maybe the Phase 5 projects. That will increase your enjoyment of this movie. Definitely go see it with friends. I went to go see it with friends. We went on a double date, had a great time. I feel like movies like this scream for you to see it with people who you like and who also enjoy this style of humor. Don't go take your Nana if she only watches Hallmark movies and old episodes of Murder, She Wrote. Don't go take her if you don't think she's going to enjoy this style of movie. Go see it with people who will enjoy this movie, because that info will increase your experience. Is it my favorite MCU project? Well, certainly not. But it is probably, with the exception of Logan, it is probably one of my favorite Wolverine performances, Hugh Jackman performances. Hands down, if I'm talking about just movies that have Wolverine in them, this is probably my number 2 or 3, because of, he just has it down. He has it down now, and it's perfected. And while Logan was the perfect format of like that book and that graphic novel being played out, he has it perfect now, and it was just chef's kiss. I'm very interested to see what will happen with all of the Fox Marvel stuff now that we are firmly in MCU. One of the projects that we of course know has been delayed is Blade. Mahershala Ali is my guy, and so I don't know, I just hope that they do right by him and get that movie right, because he deserves it, or else let him go if you're not going to do right by my guy. But yeah, I had a great time. I would say that definitely I give this movie I'm going to give it an A- to a B to an A-, because again, I don't love Deadpool, and there definitely were things that I would change in terms of story. But if we're just talking fun at the theater, fun at the cinema, and I think that I feel like that counts for something, I'm definitely going to give it a B+. Yeah, I feel good about that, B+. But let me know in the comments what you thought about Deadpool and Wolverine, if you've seen it already. And if you haven't, let me know if this movie makes you decide to go and see it and check it out for yourself. And yeah, come back and let me know what you thought about it after you've seen it. I hopefully will see you guys later. Don't forget, every Monday I have Messy Movie Monday, and you can always check on the community feed to find out what movie we are watching for the week. We always have a great time with that, and I will see you guys hopefully soon. Until then, toodles.